We begin tonight following developing news out of Boston, where a federal appeals court has overturned the death sentence of Boston marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here for Western Mass News at 10 p.m. on Fox 6. I'm Jordan Jagalinzer. Chris Pisano is off tonight. Following the court's review, several counts against Tsarnaev are being vacated. Western Mass News is getting answers tonight on what this means for the case going forward. Dzhokhar Tsarnaev was convicted of the Boston Marathon bombing in April of 2015, nearly 2 years after the massacre that killed 3 people and wounded more than 260 others. A federal appeals court overturning his death sentence on Friday.
At the moment, the death penalty has been vacated.
David Kosmeski, attorney and criminal justice professor at AIC in Springfield, tells Western Mass News the U.S. First Circuit has ruled Tsarnaev should receive a new penalty phase trial.
The retrial is on the penalty phase, not whether he committed the crimes. That's settled.
Which means Tsarnaev is still convicted of the charges against him, the judge ruling he will at minimum spend the rest of his remaining days locked up in prison.
The issue is, should he get the death penalty?
Boston Mayor Marty Walsh speaking out on Friday following the court's decision.
People are confused with the ruling, and I think the concern that some families had in the very beginning that this day was going to come where they were going to have to relive another trial.
The ruling comes after Tsarnaev's lawyers filed a brief in December stating the judge's refusal to move the case out of Boston made it impossible for him to get a fair trial, the First Circuit agreeing.
His due process rights and rights protected under the Sixth Amendment of an impartial jury were not completely protected.
Kosmeski says while many are outraged, the outcome could still be the same.
Conceivably, he could get the death penalty when it's all said and done.
Now it is left to the U.S. attorney to decide if he will pursue the death penalty once again.
This guy will never see the light of day again. He's going to live within those 4 walls. He got exactly what he deserved, and my thoughts and prayers are going out to the families today.
In terms of when the retrial will be announced, Kosmeski says it could take a very long time as the federal court now has to dissect everything from the First Circuit before they make their decision.